Hello everyone! In this video, we will talk about how farming and livestock work in the Texas farmlands, so stay tuned. But before we continue further, I would request you to subscribe to the channel. Thank you! Before we go into the nitty-gritty of the usage of Texas farmlands, the total value of agriculture products in Texas is less than half of the agricultural products produced in California. That's surprising, considering that Texas has about 248,000 operating farms, which make up 77% of the total area. The overall agricultural revenue of Texas is about $22.1 billion USD. California has only 69,000 farms in comparison. Well-known agricultural products in Texas include livestock, cotton, milk, broilers, and corn. Livestock is the biggest earner in this category, which earns about $12.3 billion. When it comes to livestock, Texas has about 943,000 goats distributed among 1,300 goat farms across the state. Texas raises both goats and sheep. Goats are raised mainly for their meat and are considered mature when they reach 18 months of age. Similarly, we cannot ignore cattle farms when we talk about livestock. Cattle industry is the go-to industry in Texas, since 43% of the area is distributed in various cattle farms. Each of these farms have their unique branding, especially because most of these farms are located close to each other. Unlike goats, which can only go to 1.4 miles each day for grazing, cattle have a huge area available for grazing, which can be as much as 15 miles. In total, Texas has about 174,000 cattle ranches, with total land for ranches going up to 97 million acres. Every year, about 4.3 million cattle are slaughtered in Texas, while the national count is higher, to 30.1 million. Apart from livestock, other agricultural products also earn Texas quite a bit of revenue. Cotton, for example, is grown in about 5.3 million acres of Texas farmlands. The overall production of cotton from Texas accounts for 43% of overall cotton production in the U.S. There are nearly 8,000 active cotton farms in the state, which, during harvesting season, produce about 7.7 billion bales. For some perspective, each bale weighs about 480 pounds. Average earnings from the cotton industry are estimated to be about 1.7 billion. Now, let's talk about some veggies, shall we? Texas is also widely known for producing vegetables. Asparagus, for example, is grown in 25,000 acres of farmlands spread across the U.S. In Texas, it is harvested in early spring, where different workers can be seen engaging during the process. After harvesting, asparagus is placed in plastic trays and transported to packing industries. Cilantro is also another vegetable which is grown in eastern Texas. In Texas, every year, about 150 to 180 acres of farmland are used for growing cilantro. Cilantro is not grown in the same quantities as coriander. Coriander is grown in California across some 4,000 acres of farmland. Texas produces a lot of lettuce, though, with farmlands sprawled across 3,700 acres. California takes the lead in lettuce production, too, providing as much as 71% of overall national production. Dietitians estimate that Americans, on average, consume about 12.7 pounds of lettuce per year. This is why lettuce can be considered a staple diet in many U.S. households. Now, let's talk about other vegetables and fruits which are produced in California. San Jose Valley is known for producing olives. Billions of olives are hand-picked by workers in this valley. Overall, California has some 682 olive farms, which are spread across 39,000 acres, with 220 farms still relying on manual farming techniques. Since hand-picking is a laborious job, you'd think that the farmers who rely on it for their bread and butter must make a lot of money. Well, in total, these farmers make about $100 for a day's worth of labor. California accounts for 75% of the United States' olive production. In addition to olives, grape leaves are also harvested in California. From California alone, about 6,000 pounds of grape leaves are harvested each year. Now, let's talk about some fruits. The United States, according to USDA, produces about 681 million pounds of blueberries. About 163 million of these blueberries were produced in Washington. Washington has the largest blueberry growing farms in all of the U.S., with farms sprawling up to 17,000 acres. In total, the U.S. has about 103,000 acres devoted to producing blueberries. Apart from blueberries, cherries are also mass-produced and harvested in the U.S. For producing cherry-flavored drinks and juices alone, about 29,000 pounds of cherry blossoms are harvested every year. Apart from using it as a beverage, cherry blossoms are also served in restaurants. Workers employed in a cherry farm can expect to earn about $100 a day. Last, we are going to talk about strawberries. In California, there are farms growing strawberries which make about 35,000 acres. Overall, these farms produce about 1.1 billion pounds of strawberries and accounts for more than 80% of national strawberry production. This means that California is especially ideal for growing some of the most popular fruits and vegetables in the United States. This brings us to the end of this video. Please smash the thumbs up button if you like the video. Subscribe to watch similar videos. Thank you for watching till the end, and catch you in the next one. Cheers!